Many business owners I talk to treat management as if it's this mysterious, magical, soft skill that you either have or don't have, believing that it can't be taught, can't be learned. But the reality is that management is actually a hard skill. In fact, it's just a system that can be well documented and followed and taught to anyone on your team. To be a great manager, one who creates productive and competent people, because that's what management's all about. Management is about creating competent, productive team members. You need to learn 5 basic skills and then have a system to implement those skills in your business. So the first skill for management is setting goals and putting measures in place. So goals and measures at the team level and at the individual level. The goals are simply the outcomes. These are the outcomes, the results that we expect and that the team or individual agrees to achieve. It's all about outcomes and results. And then the measures, there's 2 types of measures. There's activity measures and there's productivity measures, performance measures. So KAIs, key activity indicators, these are the things that we expect you to do and the volume and the quality. And then the KPIs, the key performance indicators, those are the outcomes that are expected. And every individual in your business should have their own set of KAIs and KPIs that they're expected to achieve every day, every week. And then at the team level, there should be team level KAIs and KPIs and the goals that they're expected. So the second skill or system you need to put in place to have great management is planning. And we plan at 2 levels. We plan daily and we plan weekly. So again, the team and every individual needs to know what their daily plan is of activities and expected outcomes, results, KAIs, KPIs. So skill number 1 is get really good at planning and executing a day at a time. Once you've mastered that, then you get really good at planning and executing 2 days at a time. And when you've mastered that, then you go to planning and executing a week at a time. So it's all about building up the skills as you go, but it's all about planning, and it's easy to systematize the daily and then the weekly planning. So skill and system number 3 is effective meetings. Leading an effective meeting is all about having a system for the meeting, an organization. Again, goals and outcomes and expectations for who participates in the meetings. And you need to learn how to lead team meetings and then also how to lead and have individual meetings, because you should be meeting individually with your team at least every other week with each individual, and in some businesses or some departments, weekly meeting. And it's just you put a system in place to do that. So skill number 4 is performance management. You have to have a performance management system, and it's a system again, and it has 2 components. One component is the performance management. It's really personal development. So the people that are performing well, the meeting is less performance review and more personal development planning, right? It's not you telling them how they did. It's them sharing with you how they feel they did, what they feel they need to be better, and then you adding in your thoughts on top of it. It's a conversation. It's all it is. It's just a performance conversation that then turns into a development plan. So it's not an improvement plan for somebody who's underperforming. That's the other part of performance management. This is for somebody who's doing well and growing. And let's put in place the training and the new outcomes and goals we're going to shoot for in the next year. Second part of the performance management system is the disciplinary system. You have to have one. Not everybody is an A performer, and some people you need to be able to have the hard conversations with and let them know. And having a system for that, having a disciplinary system, whether it's write-ups or verbal warnings, and sitting down. Worst thing to do, though, is to drag that out, and have the person underperforming for 6, 12 months. And then you tell them, oh, by the way, you've been doing a terrible job for a whole year, and I'm just getting around to telling you about it right now. That is poor management, and that's a shame on you. So you have to have a process for doing it. But if we're doing the planning and we're doing the effective meetings, these things surface much quicker, and you can have the hard conversations before they become impossible conversations. Because when you let it go for a year, or in many instances, and I know some of you will recognize this, you let it go on for years, then it's not just a hard conversation, it's an impossible conversation, because it's your fault you let it go on that long. And by letting it go on, you just let that person know that that was acceptable. But even then, you have to swallow your pride and have that conversation. But performance management is just a system to put in place and it's a great management tool. The last skill and system to put in place to have a good management system is your communication tools. Communication, there's a little bit of art to that. It's a little bit of a soft skill, but there's some hard skill part and some system to good and effective communications. It's learning how to do it. It's learning how to be a listener instead of a talker, right? Communicating is more about listening, asking questions, than it is about talking and providing answers. And so you need to be great at that. And there's some simple tools and simple ways that you can do that. And again, it's just a skill to learn. So if you want to improve your management skills, or you have some team members, some managers on your team that you would like to become better managers, click on the link in the description and let's go ahead and schedule a quick chat to talk about my upcoming management masterclass, where we teach an easy to follow, easy to implement, powerful management system over our 12-week masterclass that gets great results for you, for your managers, and most importantly, for your team, so that they can feel like they're productive and competent. And when they are, they're happier, they stay longer, they don't leave your company because they're happier, and you get happier clients, profits, all the good things that happen when you have a great management system in place. So remember, management is just a system to implement in your business like anything else.